Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we rank, review, trailer react, and talk about movies, TV shows, and video games news. Now, as the title may suggest, I've got some things to discuss about my channel. Number one, this is the big main topic of the video, no horror movies. Now, for those of you who know on the channel, I cover a lot of movies on the channel. I've covered a lot of action and adventure movies. I plan to even cover more unique stuff going into the later bit of this year. I do plan to cover the Indiana Jones films, a series of films I loved I never really understood exactly as a kid, but actually started loving way more. Now, here's the big one. Horror movies. Besides superhero movies, horror movies are some of the biggest things in pop culture to watch. Two of the biggest genres are indeed superhero and horror films. Those are arguably have been culturally significant to movie culture, along with action movies, which are being third in my opinion: action, adventure, comedy, and drama. In my opinion, here's how I rank my genres of films: superheroes, action, adventure, superhero, well, drama, thriller, and horror. No offense, horror has never really screamed out to me, or thrillers. I love mystery movies that aren't really thrillers, but I do love a good mystery movie. But as you guys may know, I often do videos that are much more suited to superhero or lighthearted stuff. Now, if you can hear the tone of my voice, I have a cold, so that's why I am not allowed to be at school because, well, don't want to get other people sick. So no, it is not the pandemic thingy. I have just a regular cold. But back to the main topic. No, any of those who say, any of my subscribers I do have, don't really have that many, who say, will you ever cover horror movies? No, I will not cover horror movies. Because, well, here's three main reasons why I will never do that. One, I don't really like horror movies. Now, please, hold the hate comments. Now, I think some horror characters are awesome. Like, I think Michael Myers is badass. He's an awesome character. I love Jason Voorhees hockey mask. He is awesome. I think Freddy Krueger terrifies the shit out of me. I think Chucky gives me PTSD, and even mentioning the name, I'm literally not joking. Anytime I hear the name, it literally gives me an uncomfortable feeling and makes me automatically sprint into panic and paranoia mode. Hearing the name, or even the name of the first few movies, just sends a shiver down my spine that what the hell is going on with my life. Another movie I can't stand is Christine, the 1983 film that I hate the most. I dislike the movie. It's terrifying. It terrifies the hell out of me. I remember when I was a kid, after I found out what it truly was, I got to school. I went to school. It was about 5 years ago in 2016. We all got up to class, and I thought my car was going to kill me. When I got to school, we had to line up outside class, and I was the second to last kid. And one of my friends, who actually I'm been friends with since, who actually still goes to school with me nowadays, and I just texted him on PlayStation about the Uncharted movie coming out next year. He was right behind me, and I was paranoid. I was in paranoia mode, so I was looking all around like this, breathing heavily, wondering if any car was going to break through the gates to kill me. And Caden was looking at me, going, okay, what? And he was looking at me going weirdly, while the other kids were morely looking at attention to Miss H, who was my teacher that was mainly telling them something different about school. After that, I went inside the class. But ever since then, I've decided to purge myself of horror movies. Not only that, my mom doesn't watch them. My mom never really watched horror movies as a kid. Never really liked them as a kid. Never really got interested in them as an adult, and neither is my dad. My dad's not even a movie guy. Now, this may be a bit of a shocker, considering I never shut up about movies on the channel, as it's the namesake of my channel, that it is shocking that my dad is not a movie guy, but he came from an era where movies weren't as popular as they were today. So by the time my mom and me came along, movies were hitting it big. Mama was in the glory days of a lot of movies back in the day. Glory days of movies, glory days. And I'm in the days of superhero and action movies that are popular, especially Michael Bay movies. For those of you who know, I'm a big fan of the Transformers and Spider-Man films, considering those were big influences me as a kid. When I was a kid, my mom loved superhero movies. Before the time of me liking superhero movies, I loved more class. I never really had a specific type of thing I was known for. Nowadays, all my friends know me as is the kid who loves superhero stuff. Like, I'm not joking. Ask any of my friends in real life, and most of my subscribers who are actually friends of me in real life know about my liking for superheroes. Because, well, one of my friends I mentioned earlier in that Christine whole paranoia story about cars trying to kill me, that was one of the guys who's even going to go see the new Spider-Man movie with me. He's a big fan of comics like I am. I've even asked him to cameo on the channel. That I even asked him if he could not cameo appear on the channel to do a Five Nights at Freddy's video. I had plans to do more FNAF content. I was going to release a video covering the FNAF film. I had more other content planned for that, but that was all cancelled, so that never happened. And I've had a lot of cancelled video ideas, like ranking all the Spider-Man franchises, even ranking all the actors. That took a long time. Before the current video that's out right now was made, I actually had many times tried to reshoot this. Even this channel's going through a few rebrands. There are actually... Now, these will never, probably one day, be shown up on my second channel, or even this first channel's reaction videos by me and one of my friends I may bring on, of me doing reviews as 6 years old, 5 or 6. I loved YouTube channels like EvanTubeHD who review toys, so I got into reviewing toys and attempted to make a few videos. Those failed. I tried again after that, and a few times in between then. I tried again in 2017, 2018. When that failed, I thought, after watching the legendary Sean Chandler, who is my inspiration, I've even gotten messages from the big man himself. He's my big inspiration for the channel. My two biggest inspirations were indeed EvanTubeHD and Sean Chandler talks about. I liked a lot of his. I've never watched any of his horror content. I've watched a lot of his James Bond videos, his Marvel ones, and his superhero Fast and Furious. So if you notice my format's a tiny bit similar, or has tiny bit of aspects towards his, that's because I got my inspiration from him. I may even try and somehow figure out how to leave links in the descriptions. Yes, to those who watch my previous videos, yes, I did say about links, I'm not that great with them. I will figure out one day, and when they do, they'll make their way onto them. Now, sorry about the coughs. Now, yeah, like I said, there's been many cancelled idea videos. And like I said before, my mom, yeah, she put on Back to the Future. Now, I like a lot of Disney stuff than Marvel stuff, but you are mostly shocked that I've never done Star Wars on the channel. If you guys have watched my videos, I've barely done any Star Wars content. I've mentioned it, but I've never actually done it. I've watched the original trilogy, I watched A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And I watched a few episodes of The Clone Wars. I've never watched anything of The Bad Batch. I've watched a few episodes of Mandalorian, which is shocking considering it's quite a widely acclaimed show. But yeah, it was never really my cup of tea. I never really got interested in Star Wars. I tried to when I was a kid, but it terrified the hell out of me. I was like 5, give me a break. I was easily terrified by stuff that wasn't even close to horror. I was terrified of the scene from Spider-Man 1, and that wasn't even a horror movie. I was terrified of the Spider-Man 1 scene. And it's not even that scary anymore. It's a scene about when Norman Osborn becomes the Green Goblin. Spoilers, I know, but it's like it's a 19-year-old movie, so don't blame me. But yeah, like I said, when my mom was a kid, she watched a few horrors, but when she got older, she pretty much didn't really care for them. And, well, obviously, as you know, my dad never really cared for horror either, watched mostly any movie he liked. There were limits though, he wouldn't watch certain movies though. But yeah, he was mostly an open-minded person. He did love the Shawshank Redemption, no, not a horror, but he did love the widely acclaimed Shawshank Redemption film. He also liked Mr. Bean and a lot of those. Obviously, later on in life, my mom then had me, and she never really got me into that. She got me into more action adventure. So Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, that's the kind of things I used to watch when I was real young. She obviously stuck me to kids stuff because, well, I'm a kid. What do you think I'm going to do? I used to watch Thomas the Tank Engine like most kids my age did back in that day when I was 3 and 2. The What, which is an Australian show that aired in Canada, that was made with Australia and Canada, and aired in America, Canada, Australia, and here. Dinosaurs on the Train, a New Zealand exclusive show produced and aired in New Zealand called Tiki Tours, which was an amazing masterpiece of a show that taught me all about my land of Aotearoa. Please, New Zealanders who are subscribed to my channel, don't spam me in the comments. Don't blame me. I don't know that much about my own country I live in. Yes, it is shocking. But besides that, Transformers Prime, another one I watched that was a masterpiece of a show to watch. And even though I do have a How to Train Your Dragon video on the channel, I never loved it as a kid. I never got why people liked it. I loved Shrek. I loved the Shrek movies as a kid. They were really big movies I loved. I loved Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, but I never liked those movies until recently. But yeah, when I was a kid, most of the movies I've been known in this channel, to the only about 30 something subscribers I have, which is a small amount, is these superhero movies. Superhero movies are my favorite kind of content to look at. I love superhero movies. I love Spider-Man, Deadpool, Flash, all that. There's a few superheroes I don't really like watching that are gory or not really my cup of tea. I'm not saying cup of whip fluid because that just sounds disgusting and shoved down my throat. But yeah, overall, will there ever be horror? I'm leaving the door open, maybe. That's a slim, the most slimmest of slim chances that will ever happen is about 0.1000% that I will ever do a horror video. So those who love horror, or those who are not even subscribed and don't even give a damn about a schmuck who's trying to make movie videos, no, I'm not doing any horror. Don't like it, never have. I have a sort of respect for the genre. It made a big impact on the movie culture and the culture of world. So you can clearly tell that the three big, I like to consider 3B, the big three. It's like Spider-Man actors, so Tobey, Andrew, and Tom. In horror, the 3B, big three, are indeed Michael Myers. Michael Myers from the Halloween series. Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and of course, Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th. Whether or not you know them or not, they're obviously the most popular. Who could I say is the most popular? I'd have to say Jason Voorhees. He's easily known around the world as the dude who wears a killer who wears a hockey mask. Second would be Freddy Krueger, a guy who's known and even battle with him on screen. And third would obviously be Michael Myers. But whether or not they have more popularity of each other, it doesn't matter. They all have these things in common. One, they're iconic. Two, they had their very early start in the 70s and 80s. Three, they've had a big load of actors, especially Jason and especially Michael Myers. God, man, there's a lot of actors who have shitloads of actors. Four, the movies, especially Halloween and Friday the 13th, first two movies have an easygoing premise, but as the movies go on, they kind of go into very weird out of order stuff. With Halloween, they went into a Thor trilogy where Michael's connected to a cult and explains why he kills, and then there's Reboot, and there's the big fat retcon they do, which is what Halloween's known for. Three things they're known for is one, making their start in the 70s and 80s. Two, having an eventual big that makes movies that makes it lesser and lesser sense and making a lesser comeback area. And then three, everything gets effed up and the complete story gets so fucked that they end up rebooting the movies. That and their horror icons. So that's pretty much the three big things that I've known about them to wider audiences. Their movies are big, they're bigly widely known horror characters, they got reboots, and yeah. One is a dude who kills with a hockey mask, one is a William Shatner, altered William Shatner mask, or bootleg one as I want to think about it now, and a dude with a weird looking designed claw that was originally used for gardening. That was a bad way of doing gardening. I don't know who the hell would have made a machine like that. But yes, that is the video. Yes, I will not be making any more content after this. A few Cobra Kais, but yeah, no horror. Like I said, this has already given me enough pain in my brain to give. But there are indeed channels that you guys who may love horror, that just as much as that YouTuber does, that could go check it out. The obvious and only one I'm going to suggest, which I've only seen him once, most of the time, he's my favorite one to go watch, is the Dead Meat YouTube channel. For those people who must pretty much know who he is by now, not everyone, but most people. He's a YouTuber named James A. Janice, who mostly covers horror-related content. If you love horror, check him out. If you don't, that's fine. But yeah, most of my YouTube channel people I like watching discuss news and theories. And no, I am not a theorist. My dad even asked that, Nico, do you like theorize stuff? My dad even asked me that last night. No, I'm not a theorist. I sometimes theorize stuff, but I choose not to theorize. Now here's why you'll never really see me theorize stuff. I will theorize from time to time about stuff, unless there's obvious answers pointing towards it, but I don't bother theorizing. I like to wait until the thing actually comes out, like if it's a video game I like, or movie. Like predictions for Stranger Things Season 4. I don't like accepting any predictions yet, unless there's already big fat concrete evidence that exists. Or like stuff for Spider-Man or The Flash. I don't like hearing about predictions like that until I know that, well, I want to wait until the season, TV show, game, or movie comes out. So, like, I don't want to know a prediction. What if Miles gets a symbiote of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the game, releasing in about the following year, in 2023? Or is Wolverine disconnected from Marvel's Spider-Man 2 or something? I don't want to know those kind of theories. Or something about Cobra Kai or something. All those, I want to wait until it comes out. Like, for those of you who are big Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fans, the whole dance scene thing, yeah, I do believe theories that there might be a fight there. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm not a theorist. I don't like to make myself look like I'm one. I'm not really a big dude on theories. I don't really like to be a big guy who likes to theorize. But yeah, I am a good guy who will from time to time theorize just because, well, I want to theorize. I don't always say I don't want to theorize. I like to pop up a couple theories in my head from time to time. I even posted a video on TikTok about theory for Marvel. I've told my mother some theories I've had. I've assembled theories from different channels. So yeah. But yeah, if you guys do indeed want to go see horror related content, go to the Kill Count Dead Meat channel, or just go to another channel. Obviously, like I said, no horror, that will never happen. No scene rankings of all the Halloween movies. I think those movies are cool. I think they're kind of cool. I think they're cool. I kind of like them. But no, Friday the 13th, cool, but nope. I do wish I was back in the time where I didn't really understand what gore was, so I didn't have to panic in my head doesn't go into a weird thing where I think about what the hell is my life, what's going on in life, what's the point of it. I don't want to think about that. That just makes it put a negative look on life. Because I don't want to have negative feelings. You gotta have good feelings in life. Although some people refuse to see that, it's good to have. It's better to think about death and living and all the mumbo jumbo that goes on within the outer area of the world. Nothing about the sun blowing up, all that. So yeah, but yes, no horror. It gives me nightmares. I'm still a child. I'm still a kid. I'm 14, but I'm still a kid. I'm gonna have nightmares in my sleep. I'm gonna have fears like any other kid would at a young age. One day we'll realize they're not real. But yeah, until the end of this channel, whenever I switch over to other channels, no horror. No offense. Those who love horror, yep. But if you guys love stuff about movies, TV shows, games, like if you love Lethal Weapon, if you love Marvel, DC, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Titanic, Karate Kid, all that kind of stuff, that superhero action adventure kind of stuff, you will get that on this channel. Some things will be cut out, some things will be put in. I might cover the Terminator movies, I might not. Okay? Nonetheless, that is the channel. But remember, guys, just keep talking. If you guys love movies, yeah, just make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't, that's all right. But yeah, on the side note, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and click the notification bell wherever that thing is. I don't know. I only know from certain versions. But yeah, always keep talking movies way too much. I know I'm stealing that guy's line, but what's wrong with watching a few movies? As long as they do their purpose, they always intend to entertain you in whatever way they can. That has always been the purpose of any movie, to entertain you. Not in a laughing sense, entertain. In my opinion, nowadays people think entertainment means like a laughing area. Entertainment can mean in good ways. It can give you a good scare in entertainment, give you a good happy laugh. Which is what certain movies are for. Comedies are meant to make you laugh your head off. Horror movies are meant to scare you. Yeah, I've also, another reason is I've never understood why people have an addiction to them. Action is just to make you go, yeah, yes, big huge explosions and hot babes. And then obviously there's superhero movies. That's just if you're a superhero dude, you can watch those movies. If you're an action guy and you want to see action movies, watch that. Adventure, again, sci-fi, all that. Like that. And yes, I will be doing a Ghostbusters Afterlife video. No Venom, let me kind of you. I really wanted to do one, but I can't go see the film. Due to some issues, I can't see the film, and due to some pushback. I got really pissed at pushback again, so I just bobbed out and didn't bother doing the film. I didn't bother wanting to watch the film. But expect some Venom Let There Be Carnage content. And expect some Cobra Kai content near November or December. Just some good content. But yes, don't be surprised. It's obvious I won't post on here for a little while, but I will soon. So yeah, just make sure to enjoy this. So yeah. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I will make sure to see you in the next one. But yeah, like I said, like I said before, and I'll say it again, no horror. Just no horror, but to expect some more unique content coming out in the next year. Though Indiana Jones stuff is all planned for next year, I feel like doing more unique stuff that year that would fit my resume. Because, well, YouTube's a place for anybody to come on and create what they want to do. My channel is meant to talk about movies. That's all it means. It's here to talk about movies and TV shows. All the opinions I've said, some will get redone. Like, I will eventually redo How to Train Your Dragon because I have new opinions on those 3 films. I will one day redo all the Transformers films because obviously I have to. Any continuing movie franchise I would be doing. So yeah. The bigger content that you'll be seeing for the next few years will definitely be Marvel. I've loved Marvel for years, so expect a lot of Marvel content. House tour? Nope, that would never happen. I will tour my room for you guys, but not my house. Not until I feel like I'm shooting at the right moment where I'm not taking a shot of one of my parents having them doing their business in the bathroom. I think I should have done that at a better time though. But yeah. And if you guys want to see me in the more personal space where I'm not being serious about talking movies way too much, just check out my other channel that I have. That is pretty hard to find because the title I came up with, you can't even find it when you search in YouTube or in Google. So yeah, I've searched up my channel's second name. It's called Maximum X or Max X, as I had to rename it because it wouldn't stop with it. But yeah, pretty much that. I also have a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts, along with a TikTok, and obviously YouTube as well. YouTube. And pretty much it. But yeah, nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. But yeah, like I said, no horror. It's cool. I think the Halloween movies and Friday the 13th movies are awesome and cool movies. And really big, some of them are really great masterpieces. But yeah, sorry for the farts, but... yeah, no horror, sorry. You will one day see a Shrek video, though. I have wanted to do a Shrek video just to fulfill a childhood dream, just to fulfill a child series that I don't really like anymore, but I used to love a lot when I was a kid. Like, when I was a kid, I missed the days of not liking anything that much. I just liked random stuff that I liked, but nowadays I have a specific liking, but as you get older as a person, you morally start picking things you want to like and not like. Like one of my friends, the one I mentioned in the Christine story, Caden, he once had a channel called Gamer Guy, but he then, Gamer Guy, no wait, Game Boy, or Game Guy, he then renamed it to Caden McConaughey, and he had, his dream when we were kids was to start a YouTube channel and earn money. But obviously, like many of the other things he's wanted to achieve to do, he's sadly given that up. But like I said, your opinions want to change. Like, I still want to do this, even though my passion for wanting to do YouTube is not as exaggerated and happy as it was back then. I just still create content for the love of it. Like, there may be some videos, you notice, where I'm pretty sleazy on the making of it. Right now, with my rewrite videos, those rewrite ones, you ever see those again, I'm deleting the Amazing Spider-Man one. That is getting moved up to a later date. I've written the script, I'm just too lazy to shoot it. But like I said, those ones like rewrite movies and pitch movies, I gotta put a bit more work into them. I can't just make a basic story and just pitch it halfway through, because otherwise I'm going to stutter without stuff in between. So I prefer to have a nice detailed script with notes that I can read. And yeah, sadly, no Transformers stop motion series, as I once upon a time announced that I'd be doing one. Due to me not having enough of my action figures, because I need Transformers Studio Series, Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom toys. Not a lot of the ones I want are here, and I don't have enough money to buy them. So obviously that is getting indefinitely cancelled. I am working on a Brooklyn Nine-Nine comic series. I am still trying to do that, along with a Spider-Man comic series for the Spider-Man games. I am cancelling. I'm also going to postpone that, like put it on hold. I will still be doing the Brooklyn Nine-Nine comics, so those are things I really want to do. Like I said, the basics of those comics is that one's going to be like the season 9 that we never got, with drop storylines, and the other one's going to be a 22-issue one, which will be like the finale. So like the 9-issue one will introduce a whole bunch of new characters, expand upon them throughout the 9 issues, and bring them in every issue. And then the 22 issues will kind of just like finish up the character arcs. And maybe if you guys want more, I will do one more or two more just to finish up the set. So yeah. But yeah, I may change it to 23 for the season just to do it, and then do 11th one or something. I don't know. I just want to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I want to end it on an even open note. But yeah, maybe I will do 11th one, but I may just do first 9 issues, a special big comic, then 22 issues, and then a special big 22 issues that finally bring the series to close. So yeah. But as for that, yeah, the basic is I will not be doing any horror. So, like I said, I've said like over 100 times, no horror. My mom never really got into it as a kid. Passed it on to me, not really interested. So don't expect any Halloween rankings or reviews of the films. Don't expect any Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger. It's all that horror movie stuff. Expect Jurassic Park videos because those are like adjacent horror movies. I won't do any Predators, no Alien. Those look disgusting as hell. But yeah, no expecting any of those movies. But yeah. But basically, yeah, this is... Yeah, if you want to check out a movie channel that talks a bit about like what I like to talk about and then unique stuff, where there's more Leonardo DiCaprio and more character-driven movies or stuff like that, check out Sean Chandler or Stuckman, who are two great channels, or Flickers, which is another one that does it. Or if you want to check out stuff solely for horror stuff, check out Dead Meat. Just go up to the search bar that has a little circle and line, so like a line and then circle, click it, and then click the bar with the mouse or with your fingers if you want a tablet, and then type in Dead Meat, click the search bar, boom, or return, or whatever. And then you'll find the channel. Click Sean Chandler or click Stuckman. Type Stuckman in. But nonetheless, that's the basics of the video. No horror, no. And the next video will indeed be a review of the first season of Cobra Kai. Or, yeah. But yeah, like I said, enjoy the future content. I will launch it. I will do some Cobra Kai stuff because I've gotten really good into the Karate Kid. And yeah. But yeah, expect that stuff and hopefully you enjoy it. But yeah, like I said, no horror. That will not be happening in the future. But yeah, like I said, enjoy the rest of this year and my future channel that my channel will go into. So yeah. And like anybody always says, like one man said in a movie, the future isn't written. No one says your future is whatever, make it. So make it a good one. So yeah, like Back to the Future has always said, the future is what you make it. So make the best of it. Always. But yeah, that's it for the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Don't even know why I do that. And the notification bell for all your content. Oh yeah, and gaming videos. Maybe I may do that on my second channel. But yeah, if you want to see some random vlog stuff, just go to my second channel. I will one day upload again. If the videos say like they're 4 years old, then yeah, I have not uploaded anything on there. So, but nonetheless, see you till the next time.